So hello everyone, and today we have a fascinating topic about stress management and metabolic health through the order. So we're going to talk about decluttering, how simple life make our health better, improve mental health, metabolic health, and how to live based on your values. So stress management probably is the key question in modern life. We are surrounded by chronic stress. It's one of the biggest threats for physical and mental health worldwide today. It's leading us to anxiety, depression, burnout. Constantly talking about metabolic health, about insulin sensitivity, and how our daily habits and our environment affecting on our health is a key point of lifestyle medicine. And the order, simple order, tidy up environment playing here a crucial role. A lot of times we're just ignoring things and we don't know where to start. But decluttering, this is something that all of us should do. In modern life, we live with overstimulation. We have too many items, we have too many colors, we have too many options, we have too many commitments, we have too many obligations, and we have too much responsibilities for the society or culture. And all of that leads to decision fatigue. We just get tired, we lose our control, and we're not getting to most important things in our lives as our values. So we live in 24/7. We have 5 days a week we have to go to work, 8 hours a day we have to work, and they forgot they need to leave extra hours for ourselves. And if we live in a mess or disorganized order, there is no more than stress, and the stress brings us increasing our cortisol level, disturbing our sleep, and then causing a lot of metabolic health issues, including mental health. So more information you collect how to minimize the stress, how improve your health, or simple steps, the more chance you can protect yourself from disaster and chronic disease. All preventative medicine, and I would say all medicine in the next 10-15 years will be shifted to preventive medicine rather treatment already causes. Because once you have mental health issue, severe anxiety, depression, diabetes, obesity, is very hard to treat. So all healthcare professionals, we now learning how to deliver this information, how to introduce preventative medicine to the public and to society, different social media platform, and what steps we all should do and recommend to reduce risk of chronic disease in the future. So stress is often not about what is happening, but more about how our perceived lack of order, time and energy is distributed and managed. So if you don't know how to do it in the right way and the right order, and you're surrounded by the mess and by too many loud information, but too much information, too much choices, too many people around, too many demands or responsibilities, you simply can't cope. You lose your attention and you can't concentrate on things. So, and by managing stress and managing any chronic disease, we have to include order. So chaos and order is like black and white. It's like a day and night. We majority of us living in chaos. The world at the moment is absolute chaos. There is little order comparison to 100 or even 200 years ago. Then life was quite simple. When you're growing up, your parents helping you to get married, they help you to build up the home, then you get married, having children, and they're passing and supporting you. You're having children, and then children growing up and do the same. Your children get married and then you die. So it was very simple. We got a lot of rules, different religions, different type of religion, different types of cultures that people lived, and they knew what was going to happen. With different words, life got very strict order. This is good, this is a bad, this you're going to do, this is the time to get married, this is the time to have children. They haven't got contraception. Women were obligated to have children because it was hard and unethical, even a crime, to terminate pregnancy. So a woman has no choice. She doesn't want, unless she don't have any medical issue, she wouldn't rid off of having children. So there was no chance escape such order. I'll become mom, being a responsible person in raising your children. So now we have a choice. We can live by the order, or we can choose not live by the order, not having children, creating something, stay immature and not following normal culture. Everything with our genetics designed the human being for millions years ago. So modern society decided to change all that. They have so many new things that genetics can't run and can't change that fast, apart epigenetics. And this is exactly why mental health bursts out, and they have so many diseases. So let's come back to clutter. So we have a mental clutter, have a physical clutter we can't cope. We have digital clutter, something new. Even 40 years ago, 30 years ago, it was not so much digital clutter. And modern life, we scroll in social media, they connecting with wrong people, we never even, in normal life, we will even send the line, and they're watching some strange things online. So we overstimulate ourselves with red color, which I'm wearing now, and especially deliberately wearing red color, you to understand how color and how the order affects on the brain. Behind me is a gray color, and I'm wearing red. So red always bring attention, and red lipstick, for example, or red packaging to get your attention. Oh, look at me, your brain getting stimulated. Comparison to the gray background what I have behind me, so calming, any pastel color. So all these irritants and all these fake colors, of course, activate our brain and create an extra anxiety. Disorganized environment increases cortisol level and few emotional activity. So the more colorful, bright colors, red, orange, even yellow, for example, you see during the day, you don't see, but all that overstimulates your brain. So social media are really powerful and very colorful. And if you spend a lot of time watching television, watching in this artificial color, even don't notice how all that unconsciously affecting your brain with overstimulation. And you have to control or somehow choose the times when you might be overstimulated. Maybe in the morning, and remove the items in the kitchen, or if you see the bright objects like red, orange, yellow, put in the cupboard. Keep it during the day in visible place, but late on the day, remove them, trying to keep it simple. The more simple colors, matte, and I would say different, not bright colors in your environment, the better, and minimum items. It's because internal chaos often reflect external chaos. So the more mess and more dissonance of the colors we will have, more that affecting our condition and mental well-being and mental health. Without intentional order, life becomes a cycle of overreaction. I see something that stimulates my brain. It might be beautifully dressed woman or man. It might be beautiful packaging. It might be fancy car. If you see all these fancy cars like Ferrari, they get the bright colors. It might be red. It might be very bright neon green. So all these colors, orange. You take attention. Look at me. That's 500,000 car. So all these luxury items as well, quite often they want to get your attention. Look, I'm different, you see, and you want, you don't want, you turn and your attention ready to go into this specific item. Make sure if you need to concentrate on your desk or at your work, you have this less distraction as possible. That's why a lot of in hospitals and at school we have school uniform, and we have some sort of uniform, usually quite neutral colors, to make sure people not get distracted, because different shapes, the sharp corners. This is something that people get more brain and the vision gets very, very responsive is to the sharp, because sharp means danger. Yeah, so that's why women always are making sharp nails, the sharp lips, and wearing some sharp objects to get your attention into that, because more sharps, more defined these sharp edges, the more getting your attention. So, but now about the quarter. So the more these signals, the more this, oh my God, that might be sharp. Oh my God, this is red, might be dangerous. Then you look at that, you overstimulate yourself with extra anxiety, because your brain automatically, genetically thinking about the danger. Yes, it gets your attention, but you get your attention because of potential danger, not because it's super beneficial. Of course, this type of dopamine is that sort of excitement needed as well, because we train ourselves to keep watching what's going on. So, without intentional order, they get into the life of the cows, and they cultivating. And if you learn how to cultivate this order and get the knowledge, isn't about perfection. So you don't need to be perfect. It's about creating clarity. It's creating this space and respond to different objects on the different colors wisely. So if you see someone wearing red, or if you see somebody choosing sharp objects, if you see the lady wearing very long sharp nails, that say a lot about this personality. If, for example, if you in life meeting that type of women, of course, they need get attention from another strong agenda for the male, and ladies are very, very creative in that. We have all our accessories and all our wardrobe actually designed to get this attention. Yeah, and when I actually get distracted, yeah, and Carmen already helping ladies with that, but as well might be very destructive and dangerous, because when ladies working with ladies and all these colors, woman brain goes out of the order. Okay, but it's not only woman order, we're talking about the order. So physical space and decluttering. So it's essential to understand and to make sure that our environment reflects our mind. Our surrounding mirroring our inner world. Clutter breeds anxiety. Period. That's it. If you're surrounded by mass, by too many items, by creating chaos around you, don't expect to have order in your brain, order in your life, and a good health. It's not going to happen. And we know already that when you have an anxiety, that's affecting your gut. Affecting your gut, it will affect your insulin sensitivity, your sugar, and eventually, or later, the circle comes, and we can't talk about general health. So all of these little parts link together. A tidy space provides us mental clarity. They see much better because they have less object. And they know what is what and what the purpose and what is the value of every single items. So that's why when you have the order, you can concentrate more and you'll be more emotionally stable, and you'll be much calmer because your brain have less predictions, and your brain know what's going to happen and what the purpose of every single item. If you have 5, 10 the same items, your brain is going to think, oh my God, but which one will be better? What I'm going to eat? I'm going to eat salami, this XYZ, and then you're going even to the shop. We can't concentrate. We can't make a right choice because it's too much choice. And too much choice and too many items is reflection to everything. But more important, it's affecting our relationships. We have too much options. They're overloaded by possibilities, and our brain constantly thinking and trying to figure out which option will be better for you. And we get stuck, we get anxiety, and they're going into the circle of no decision making. So visual noise is too much and too much different colors. Look at me, I'm wearing white and red. They're creating great dissonance, very sharp and visual noise, if you like. When I talk, my red moves, then I move my body, my red dress moves around as well, and it gets in your attention. You probably look on my body and the right contracts with my pearls more when you listen to what I'm talking about, and this is the message I want to deliver you today. So cognitive visual noise create the cognitive overload, and it's harder to focus. it's harder to rest, and it's harder to feel inspired. Order in environment gives a sense of safety and control. So of course, that look is not something to read the lectures. That is, I would say, unprofessional and destructive look. But as I said, I wear this deliberately today to get your attention to the order and to the color and how you're going to respond to different colors. So if we decide talking about the order, I have to recommend you good sources where you can learn and what you can watch to start the journey of decluttering and start living your life the order. Marie Kondo here, probably #1 person, and she changed so many lives worldwide. As we all know, Japan is very, very, I would say, order and country living quite minimalism. They actually one of in the list of longevity, so we live quite long. So Japanese people like simple things, quite open plan space and minimalism. And that's why Marie Kondo delivering in her books and her methods how to do it effectively. So her book does this spark joy, keep only what emotionally resonates. So tidy up by categories. So she learning how to identify, how create categories of different items, not by the room, but by the items. So this is my dresses, this is my shoes, this is my socks, this is my books, for example, and divided areas. So you know what are you doing, where you have to go, and where is located. About the rituals and gratitude to let go of item without a guilt. So if you don't use the item anymore, if you don't have a purpose and this item don't have a value, let this item go to charity shop, to other person, or just to the bin. And this is essential to understand. When you're letting things go, you bring this clarity. You understand the value of the things and the items. Are you sure you need so many things? Tidy once fully, that you do the order, and then you think about it, what are you doing? You will never have to do it again, and the order will be very quick. So yes, might be the mess when you're cooking or when you're dressing up or making your makeup, getting ready. But once you have this order, you'll go smoothly and you'll see how your life's changing. So, practical step for home decluttering, because our home is #1 place of our peace and rest. I would recommend paying your attention into 2 places: is your kitchen, a dining area, and your bedroom, because these 2 places when you rest and you get in the energy. So food is the main fuel for us for living, and the rest is another unavoidable, crucial part of that. So these 2 places should be the best orders possible. If you have binge eating or you overeat, make sure you hide these items and you keep the kitchen as clear as possible. So all the irritant colors or all the colors packaging that get in your attention, like a red and that sort of things, please keep them away. Ideally, start at the kitchen, because kitchen quite often overcrowded place in the cupboards. Second is your bedroom, because when you come to the rest, you have to rest, and if you're surrounded by a lot of items, by a lot of clothing, by a lot of underwear, dresses, shoes, and there is no order, you won't be able to relax, and in the morning you will get stressed because you don't have an order what to put on. So that's why keep it simple. Start small. Start with 1 drawer or with 1 cupboard in the kitchen, or start with 1 little corner, 1 room, or as I said, I recommend kitchen or bedroom or dining area, because it's crucial areas for us, and you will see the most effect and the most benefits when you start from these places. Use Marie Kondo's 4-box method. So what you're going to keep. So what is still, for example, in the kitchen, what definitely you're going to use, some maybe herbs or some food that you use regularly and you know is good for your health. Then what you want to donate, So you think it's a valuable item, it's quite good, but you're not going to need it anymore. You'd like to donate it to your friends or donate it to, I don't know, a charity. Keep in this box that you want to recycle. So the different ones recycle, you still something might be reused, or you want trash. Yeah, so just bin it, just normal, just taking it to recycle center and bin it away. Design zones of function. So for example, in the kitchen area, you know, okay, that is my glasses. So this is only glasses only here. So here I have my flours, my cooking ingredients. Here I have my grains. Here I have XYZ. So making areas, design areas, and you know where is everything located. So with these zone areas, it will be easier for you to navigate yourself within the time automatically. The same, you know where is the socks, you know where is the shirt, pajamas, and underwear. And maintenance tip: one in, one out. So this means if you buy an extra shoes or the boots, think twice what you're going to bin, because you can't overload yourself and use unusable items and you will lose the control. You have to understand you have a limited space at the house. If every single items when you buy and coming into your life, where you live and you rest, your space not getting bigger. So you're still limited to certain amounts, the size of your room, the size of your wardrobe. So make sure before you buy every single item, you have to have already an idea of the list, what goes away. Yeah, so a lot of ladies have so many trousers, so many dresses, so many destructive items never used. Women as well, prone to have a different changing in the size. So she is slimmer, she put on weight. Some ladies a lot, and I understand they don't want to buy new items. However, with discipline, your mental health will be improved, and your correlations of your weight also will be improved. My weight, a size 6, I've been since I was for the last 25 years. And when I was doing decluttering myself, it was very frustrating, very hard to be in all the luxury items, but they've been so unfashionable, and to let them go and everything fit. So it's a terrible feeling, but we have to learn, and we should learn in ourselves how to let things go, because declutter mean de-stress. Declutter and reduce daily micro decisions, what to wear and where to find it. When you have a mess, you don't know where is located the item. So make sure when you finish to do something, you take the item and put this back into the place, because that will create mental space and enhances your ability to relax at home. For example, batteries, you keep every single battery, so tiny little batteries, make the order. So I keep the batteries here. Here I'm going to keep my threads. Here I'm using my, I don't know, some jewelry, earrings. Here's my necklaces, and keep everything in order. And when you need these items, you know, design, location, where it is. If you need extra item, think about it. Do you really need this item, or which item have to go? Because that will create a mental space, that will create a clarity and improve your vision. So you will see clearly, you plan your actions, you know, and your brain knows, first of all, what do you need, where it's located, and what is in there. So you will know all your things what is within your house. Is very important. Name it and know the location where it is. It promotes a sense of achievement and control. You control your life. Your brain knows what's going to happen. Your brain knows the toothbrush. The brain knows what you're probably going to wear tomorrow, and your brain gets more relaxed, because you don't need to make these micro decisions. And clear environment improves sleep. That's why make sure your bedroom, I would recommend bedroom should be absolutely minimalistic. So literally just bed, a little bit of lights, yeah, and just clean environment, cool, not too much colors in there. And that's it. All the rest, minimum as possible. I don't know, 2 pajamas, quite limited amount of underwear. If you buy something new, lingerie, I know women loves it. Just make sure you're in the old one, because that is our health. So books to read, I always recommend to read books. I love reading myself, and then I was reading Marie Kondo, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. I highly recommend. It's very easy to read, and when you read the book, you're doing this, you do it in action. So she describes what she is doing, how she recommends, what her methods. And once you read, you use your own imagination. So you don't need to see different colors when you watch on YouTube or Instagram. But please do both. Read a book and watch videos. She has a beautiful YouTube channel, Marie Kondo, and you can see and follow, because as well, when you're watching somebody doing, you just live in the story when you've done it. So once you read a book and then you watch the film or you watch some series, for your specific needs, more likely you'll be more familiar, and when you start to do it, it will be much easier, and you will know benefits. Another good book is Fumio Sasaki, Goodbye Things. Again, this is about attachment, that we should be able to get disattached and bin things, because it's usually the hardest thing is everybody thinking, no, I might need it, I will need it in the future, or it's expensive to buy, or you might feel regret if you bin it or gave item away. So it's very important you mentally and psychologically prepare for letting go, and it's very important for stress management and in general health to let things go. Another book, Dana Kiwai, Decluttering at the Speed of Life, and Soulful Simplicity, about the simple things and how to enjoy them. So now I want to cover about the digital space and digital decluttering and social media declutter, because social media get overwhelmed and it is too much online, including me wearing my dress with right things, the contrast that irritates brain and stimulates on the both sides. So digital clutter is the same mental clutter. More people you follow, more notification you got, this constant notification, beep, 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 somebody send you a message, somebody put you a like, or somebody send you email, all that chronic stress. You get response to, you check on your phone it all the time, you expecting it all the time, and it decreases your attention, you can't concentrate, something beeping it all the time. So first of all, make sure you switched off in the evening, 2-3 hours before you go to bed, and put your phone on silent or do not disturb. Information overload makes it harder to prioritize and reflect, so it's very important you to control the information that coming through into your space, into your mental space, through visual and via hearing. Digital environments need intentional structure, so you have to plan it, you have to decide how that affects your physical space or physical well-being. So on the apps you're not using, or the apps mess in your emails, or emails you don't need, or then you look on your computer screen, make sure it's ordered as well. You create the folders, all the files in the right folders. If you need to keep something as well, you leave for the order, and it's tidy up. So social media, how it is very important. So but we all have social media in modern world. Is main source of information, and a lot of information. I'm not saying it's so much and free of charge. You don't need to pay pennies to see some good experts, healthcare professionals that years ago you need to pay a lot of money or have an advice which book to read or how to find this information. Now we have everything free of charge. You go and listen, just find the right person. Ask yourself, why I'm here, why I'm listening to the topic, what do I want to get from this platform? So being on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn and other platforms. So what do you do there? What's the purpose of your spending your time, your life in there? Unfollow or mute accounts that drain your energy or misalign with your values. I highly recommend you to keep away from all this luxury lifestyle. So about too much fashion, luxury cars, luxury items or the perfect life, because all that actually is mental abuse. So highly recommended by all healthcare professionals. Keep better, follows the things about the nature, about the calming colors, most possible calming colors, not too much red, because I'm especially deliberately got into this quite, I would say, special look for you to understand. You have to minimize yourself because it's distractive, it's overstimulating, and it's hard to concentrate. Yeah, that's why I'm here today. Example for you to experience that and understand what I'm talking about, including the contrast between my teeth and red lipsticks. Unless you're a woman, you go to the prom and you need this attention for promotion, yeah, or you need this attention for different reasons, for get attention for opposite gender, or for show, for the pictures. I understand that. But again, unfollow, don't overstimulate yourself with such images or such information. So track screen time. So awareness is the first step. So sometimes we get into a flow state, and then you're losing control of time and you're losing yourself. So one part, flow state is great, but it's great that it's creative. But it's not that great when in terms of digital world, you're scrolling and you're losing track of time and you're losing yourself. There's somebody else's life because it's overstimulating. Yeah, so one thing, you get into the flow when you're playing piano, for example, you're reading the book or you do something meaningful, and different thing when you're losing your control, overstimulating yourself and overstressing every single minute on social media. And social media, what it does, it creates a lot of colorful, very bright information. When you look in subtitles, it's always green, it's always yellow. You're getting something, oh, look at me, look at me, look at me. And you can imagine, it's like a stressor, stress, here, there, everywhere. So if you notice that, from now on, you probably will notice this a little bit more. Limit that. Limit the stresses. Is something pitching you, ping, 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 irritates you over time. It does the same for the brain. You only hear it's come physical from the nerves of the muscle and the skin, but you don't see that stimulus and the result in your brain very similar. You don't feel it, but we have it. And the neurons in the brain still responding. If it's not physical, but somehow they're only responding better and more on physical pain or physical stimulus, but they ignore mental. We have to, because historically, genetically, well, 100 million years ago, it was never so many stimulus online. It was no this artificial world we live in now. So as we're so advanced, we should have advanced knowledge, and we should be able to control and limit this stimulus with damaging and actually destroying us. So that's why limit yourself how many destructive items or destructive social media or destructive things you're going through, and unfollow to irrigate or something against your values, but not bringing you and actually killing you. So now another question is about the friendship and the social media. You know, when we follow things on YouTube, we follow on Instagram, on Facebook, and they have so many things. So we're celebrating around, I think, Facebook over 20 years now. Then have been in the market, and how many people you have there. Do you know, after the search of Dunbar, the limit number is 150. So there's the average. So what is that? By the science we know there's neocortex in our brain size and have limitation of cognitive load. So we are limited. So everything what our brain involved to manage only a certain amount number of social bonds. That's it. You can't over jump it. You can't jump 5 meters high. It's not going to happen. Because we have limitations and the brain have limitations. It's influenced by time constraints. Stronger relationships require more time and emotional investment. What's happening? We surrounded ourselves with too much information, with too many connections, and as a result, we're losing these very important connections, what really meaningful and helpful and bringing us peace and health. So what we have to do, first of all, awareness and the knowledge. Secondly, maintain quality over quantity and prioritize emotional nourishing in the relationships and everything what you follow. Everything. First of all, 150. How many following? How many people do you follow? Check it. How many accounts recorded? Make recordings where you click the most. Consider circle of intimacy, inner circle, and check about the values. Okay, so 150 people. So now we're going to break them down. 5 people is our inner circle. This is our health. This is our mental health. This is our longevity. This is our, literally is everything, these 5 people. We all should be able to list these 5 people. Who are they? So take this paper and a pen and write down your closest relationships. 5 people. It might be friends, it might be part of your family. You share deep emotional connection, and why? You daily contact with them. You have these interactions, you have these, if you like, oxytocin productions, the grace, the hold, you see each other, you connect deeply, you talk to each other, you exchange how was your day, and often includes maybe your boyfriend, your husband, your spouse, your best friend. So list 5 and make sure they're protected. So these 5 people is a healthy number, and ideally we should have them. When you get older, this number might go down, but ideally we want this number every single day to know that's it. This is number 5. Then we go into sympathy group. This is an extra 10 people. So we're keeping this our 5 inner circle and adding an extra 10 the best friends. This is people you trust the most. You know they're going to help you. They know that they're not using you, and you know them so well. There's something that you can trust a lot of things and knock the door, then you're in trouble, then come and be by your side. You talk to them frequently. It's a very important network of your life. Okay, then you're going to close friends. So close friend, but not that close comparison to these 10 people. And that usually another 35. So in total is 50. And this is regular social contacts that usually you might be invited to the party, to the birthday parties. So they're not that close comparison to your main number 5 group activities, but you share some moderate emotional closeness. You might celebrate New Year, Christmas, invite people that usually around 35 and no more, and casual friends. And these casual friends no more than 150, and this is 150 including already 5 people, 15, so it's actually less now, maybe 100 people. So, and that's it. This might be your co-workers, that might be extended family, nieces, it might be people you study at university, maybe you work with someone, or it was maybe some good restaurant or some place where you used to be, you have some nice warm memories, and they're limited to that. And do you know the brain is limited, even in terms of recognition, 1,500 faces. They have a limit to identify and remember amount of the people. So that's it. We have a limit. We have to accept it. I highly recommend to read a book written by Robin Dunbar. How many friends does one person need? And if you have if you're struggling to identify these people, read a book. Again, the book going to help you to identify this circle and will help you to tidy up your social space and social media. Another important part, we have to separate and protect this personal space and professional profile. Me personally, I don't have a personal social media. I'm not active there. I have only professional social media. Then I might share some sort of events from my life, but majority you can't find my personal too much events is mainly linked to my professional life. Mixing roles actually quite leads to identity fragmentation and blurred boundaries. So if you're self-employed, again, trying to separate your private life and protect your private life and your work environment, and create this wall of boundaries. What is acceptable is not acceptable. So your close friends might know, of course, about your professional field, but create these boundaries, separate accounts, separate the number, make sure you have a specific time or maybe different device, different accounts. Then you clearly know. Actually, even recommended, if you're working from home, design a specific place, specific corner for work, and that's my work time, and this is where I'm working. So because if you're gonna mix it, if you're gonna destroy yourself, and you'll be restless, you'll be under the stress, because mentally and psychologically you will imagine this place as high tension and high stress and under constant concentration. And home is all about relaxation, about recovery, and gaining this energy back. So that will reduce your social comparison as well, and emotional triggers. So, of course, I would like to recommend you, if you still have too many people follow. For example, I know a lot of people who follow, 600, over 1,000, 1,500, 2,000. How you know who's who is really alarming. So if you know your friends or see somebody who got so many, so it's quite red flag. I would say it's red flag that this person probably will be overloaded and overstimulated by the micro irritants at all time. So Digital Minimalism by Cole Newport, Deep Work and Digital Minimalism as a book for you to read. This book will help you replace passive scrolling with active creation or connection, and teach you how to remove addictive apps and different sort of notification, how to shadow all the social media world. So we somehow get into that under the flow, but I think we're lost in there. We all need help. We all need scientific and medical support by healthcare professionals to be able to be navigated on the right way. So social life in a friendship order. So friendship is now very important in social life, very important. And lifestyle medicine is a huge part of that. Metabolic health is our social life as that important. So we all need to have these deep emotional, safe connections, and this is these 5 people that you all want you to write them down. Remember the names, put your heart next to these people. Say that you love them, say that you value friendship, or how you can't wait to celebrate the moment and spare the good time together. And because superficial interactions create a lot of noise, not nourishing. So if you're going to these luxury events or fashionable events, so make sure you control and you know the danger behind it. Yeah, when you go for shopping, a lot of ladies, they have a lot of addictions, and is that dangerous? Because women sometimes just spend hours and hours of life trying to, what we see in social media. I'm trying this dress and making a picture, and it's all the stories. She even did bought it, she just spending so much time walking around, touching this, but after that put this on. So it's quite superficial and create a lot of noise, and of course under that it's not nourishing, it might be quite distractive. Of course, I'm not against dresses. All the women, they are weaker than the man, and of course we will wear all this attention, bright colors, to sharp items to get mainly man attention. Oh, you're gonna look at me, yeah, so I got you. You're going to follow, because after that you'll be so distracted, you won't be able to concentrate, and you come here and I'm weak, I can't do hunting, I can earn money the same as you, I can do this, but you know what, I know how to create these contracts, that's in my genes, yeah, and here you are, I'm like that. I can't run too far, I'm weak, I'm not that strong comparison to you, I can't cope too much stress in the same way like you, but you see, I will be your relaxing stressor. And the men actually responding slightly differently to that comparison to women. So that's why women is more anxiety prone comparison to men, because we have more emotions, we have more bondings, and so shopping, for example, a lot of women have issue how much money they're spending. So it's very important to see if she's spending all the money and going into the debts. It's a huge actually issues as of debt recoveries, overspending, and just buying addictions of buying so many unnecessary items. So in terms of research, close relationship buffer the effect of life stress and even increase in longevity. So it's proven so many times, nothing ever be better than meaningful relationships and meaningful connections. So that's why I highly recommend you to take your time writing down what nourishes you the most, with who you have the best connection, who is this person in your life. And you have to understand that romantic partner in your life, that is a person has the highest possibility to make changes, nothing else. So no tutor, no mentor, no teacher would be able to do the same in comparison to this emotionally close person that you romantically bond with. So that is number one person. And if you're aligned, if you don't have a stress, if you have understanding, support, nourishing each other with similar values, that your health will go sky high up. So if you have a stress management or problems if you have, or you're getting older, concentrate on that and extra these 5 people, then one of them have to be, well, not have to be, but ideally we want to have this romantic partner, somebody you think about when you go to sleep, and you think, or next to you when you're waking up in the morning. That's why elderly, when they're losing their spouse, they going into decline, and quite often their second spouse died within a year. So the statistics, that's how the romantic partner, that close, emotionally close person, affecting our health and well-being. So friendship inventory. So I want you to write this down. I want you to create this list and ask, does this person energize or deplete me? When you spend time with your friend or with any person, you need to understand what energy, what you feel back. Is the kindness, is the joy, is it something meaningful? Did you learn something new, or is it drain you? Some sort of against your values, that's something you disagree and you get irritated, or you got into the conflict with yourself. Because here's when we're talking about, they're not in the conflict with another person, we are in the conflict with ourselves. When we disagree with somebody else talk, it's not that disagree with them, that's mean our values, and we are disagree with the values of this person. And if you constantly disagree, you don't have these common values, you won't be able to be friends. That will be toxic. So, and that's why you have to do this inventory to identify the friends or any talk. Is that is right for you or is wrong? Is the relationship based on mutual care and growth? Do you really, as I say, sharing similar values and you care about each other? So you're not hurting each other, you're not trying to use for your own benefits. There's a mutual exchange. It's nice, you give it to me, I'm give it to you. And it's a constant balance. So you balance your friendship, yeah? If you care, somebody going through the trouble, support a little bit more, then another one goes into the trouble. So it's normal, that's life. And if we balance it and we see there is a balance, that's great. But if you constantly, somebody giving and another is using, record these events and make sure you're trained and you're strong enough to let things go and let these things go. The same as old socks. So would I still choose this person in my life today? So every day should be the aim to become better person. So me today, I learned something and I do something or to deliver something good. And we all should have a feeling that every single day we're getting better person. They're going through the journey of improvement. They're getting better person. They get kinder, wiser, more helpful, and more experience in life. And every single person in life should go for that and base in every single day. And we need to make sure the person next to us have same values. If not, it's not going to work. It's going to drain you. Are we emotionally available to each other? So here is very important, because during the moments of severe grief or pain or emotional instability, we do need support, mainly women, as women have a different response to stress, and women need presence. We need these friends. For women, it's crucial, very important, in comparison to the men. Men handle stress slightly differently from the women. So are you sure this person available for you? So that's why women should have more girlfriends. Yeah, because men quite often struggle with emotions. They struggle in this stress. It's harder for them to understand that women need a hug. Women need presence. Women need kind words to support her because she's struggling. She's and other reactions as well to the stress sometimes are very different. They shout, they scream, very loud. They are loud in terms of the way how we look. We are loud in terms of voices. You see, if you go into the area, there is an exhibition for ladies, for example, professional beauty. If you go there, or fashion, there'll be so much noise. And if you go into technology, even for the man, or something material, it's a silent, it's a quiet. So this is such a big difference. Men handle the stress and managing work ethics differently in comparison to women. We should respect that and understand that. So social roles and the boundaries. So we need to know our friends should also have these boundaries, and they should have a roles tidy up. So this is my, for example, what we do. This is my mentor. That's my support. This is my, I don't know, priest. I'm trust. This is a doctor who looking for after my health, and I can always come back to them and talk about something about my well-being and have a good connection, because it's very important to have a good healthcare professional, but you trust and you have connection. Because if you don't have this connection, if you're a healthcare professional, if you're a GP, for example, or I don't know, your pharmacist, your nurse, it's so beneficial. If you have a bad healthcare professionals, or you feel there's no connection, there's no understanding, there's no sympathy, it's very hard to be a healthcare professional. I can tell you, I'm from the healthcare professional myself, and I can say is people who go through studies, medical school, and going through years, they are drained and burned out. It's very hard to give this energy, your energy and support to every vulnerable person who needs help. So this connection is crucial. Make sure your colleagues, your friend, your healthcare professionals correspond to your values. Yeah, so in my opinion, I don't like this super professional, like keeping those two time, these boundaries. I understand they need to protect themselves as well from burnout, for all the professional illnesses. However, I found this friend, I prefer more professional, if you like, more human, more kind approach in healthcare that may feel more relaxed, and I recover faster. And it's not only me, it's all the people. So make sure you identify them, you identify these connections, and you follow your, if you like, gut feeling. And it's okay to renegotiate and outdated social contacts. It's absolutely fine to let go people and then actually come back. The life will do it for us anyway, because in modern world we move so much. We have so many different connection possibilities and how we can meet. And from the second part is getting us less social, because we're more sitting online, we less going out. Even healthcare now going into telemedicine, so you get this support and you get this connection, the online, like now within the camera, and so literally it's the future. You'll probably go to the hospital, and then you go to write a test, deliver to your home, blood test, everything, some little device, and you use your phone, connect XYZ, and your doctor is gonna screen and look everything outside. But to still have these face-to-face online meetings is very important, and to get used to this, because preventative medicine will be kicking in for the next 10-15 years. We're all working very hard, so get ready to work together and listen our steps. And these steps in healthcare will be more about decluttering, about what do you do, no prescriptions of medication. So the era of that, going back, and entering the new medicine. So just taking the time is going, there is no other options, we have to learn. Acute medicine still exists, accidents, but not with a lifestyle. And chronic, the majority of the pressure coming from incorrect living. So we need to learn, it's okay. So what we should do? We need to plan. We need to plan the day. We need to plan the social media, and you need to do it with purpose. So purpose might be who bring you joy, or you learn something, or the peace might be meditation, maybe yoga, maybe your passion or your hobby, or your flow state, something where you're going and headed to. And reduce interactions out of obligations or guilt. So unsubscribe from the friend, and sometimes I feel, oh my god, I probably can't unsubscribe. I'm actually quite nasty, not quite bad person actually. But you feel guilt. Oh my god, but if I'm gonna unsubscribe, I think that's it. I befriend them. Don't feel guilt. Yeah, so it's the same when you need to declutter your closet, you need to declutter your cupboard. You have to let people go. Yeah, whatever they might be, have a beautiful social media and they catch an eye, but I recommend everything that catch in your eye like that, be careful. Yeah, because it's like hit. Yeah, it's a bruise. It's a bruise on your body. You don't see it. But if something, that I see that, go away, run away from this platform, run away from these things, because it might be quite distracted. If intentional, as I said, sometimes it's intentional, but if it's too much flashes, there is too much attention here and there. And social media actually, they overloaded. They know how to make it, and they deliberately having special filters, special effects, and that is really it's constant punch and constant bruise in our mental health and the brain in general. So reduce them, identifying them, see, oh my god, this is the danger, and I'm gonna actually mute that or reduce effect on me. Use the right connection system, frequent, occasional, or rare. So control yourself, like like chocolate or something toxic. It's like a glass of wine. It's not good for your health. And limit that and make some sort of system where you're going and why. For example, I want to see fashion. I know it's quite distracting. Probably I shouldn't too much because I have my own style, have my own values. But sometimes you can go and look after the fashion, what's going on in this world. Because fashion business actually was booming only, 60, 70 years ago. Before that, wasn't that so much fashion. Everything was bespoke, made for you, for your needs, by your class, yeah? So now we're overwhelmed by Shein, Temu, Zara, all these different shops, but actually they're using the same fabric, everything. So limit yourself, make it as a toxic environment, and so set up your limits. How many days per month, for example, are going for the shopping, and I go in this with a reason. So what I gonna do if I go into this shop? Do I need anything before you even enter? Don't wonder, don't waste your time and your energy, and don't clutter your brain. Check your energy after time with them. When, for example, you do some event, spend the time going to the, maybe it's a bar, maybe it's event with your colleagues, it's maybe sport activity or something. Are you drained or more energized? So do you feel lighter or you feel heavy after that? In terms of relationships and friendships, and that's more important for your romantic partner or for young relationships and the couples who are trying to know each other, or even friends. Is a true friend, is a good friend or not? The best idea is go for the trip together. So 3 to 7 days, because usually we can't pretend longer than 3 days. And we should observe what person does. The first few days, person might wearing the mask, and pretending they're super nice, super kind, and XYZ. But early, usually day number 4 or 5, depends on the training, maximum a week. By the end of 1 week, you will know who is who. It's super important. You will see how this person solves a problem, how they talk to you. Do they respect you? How do they handle silence? How do they respond to stress or uncertainty? How do they show they care about their own belongings, their items? How they keep the order themselves in the room? Is the mess? You can see straight away. You can see straight away. The first few days when you're checking into the room, you see that and the true attitude towards you. So if you're going to choose your friendship and you have a question or somebody new entering your life, like romantic partner, good idea. Just go for the trip together for anything. Set up some challenging and observe each other. See how it goes. Yeah, and how it goes and what do you feel? Is energized or is drained? Is the friend or befriend? Is great. Is amazing option. Is the best and the fastest way to speed up and remove being I need people from your life. You understand it very clearly, and is that valuable or not? So books and tools, as usual, the friendship is super important, so that's why we need to learn how to be a friend, how to be a good friend, and how to choose these friends in the right way, how easily to that befriend people, let them go. So Friendship by Lydia Denworth is a science of connection. Is a book called Friendship. Set Boundaries, Find Peace by Nedra Glover. And of course, is different tools like social circle mapping, energy journaling, and conversation audit. Then you just record these people and you see is that needed or not. Okay, so that was the key points of decluttering today. And very nice to see you all. So, and hopefully, please use the tips and tidy up all your environment. 5, 10.